Welcome back to our channel History Coins HD. As you that old is gold, but these rare $quarter coins that are most valuable than you think, don't spend one of them. You're lucky if you have one of these, so please watch complete video and find your treasure. Let's start this. Coin number 1. Today we are going to explore one of the most fascinating and surprisingly mysterious coins from the United States of America, a coin that many people still have in their pockets, drawers, or old collections without realizing its hidden story. This is the rare Minnesota State Quarter 2005, a coin that looks simple at first glance but becomes incredibly exciting once you understand its design, its background, and the special errors that have turned ordinary examples into valuable collector pieces. So stay with me, listen very carefully, and enjoy this journey, because by the end of this video, you may look at your own quarters in a completely new way. The Minnesota State Quarter was released in the year 2005 as part of the famous 50 State Quarters program. This program was created to honor each U.S. state, telling its unique story through coin design. Minnesota's design stands out immediately. On the reverse side, you see a peaceful scene featuring a loon gliding across calm waters, surrounded by pine trees. This image represents Minnesota's nickname, the land of 10,000 lakes, and reflects the state's natural beauty, wildlife, and deep connection to nature. The word Minnesota is proudly displayed, along with the year 1858, marking the year Minnesota became a state. At first, millions of these coins were minted, and for many years people thought they were just common pocket change. But collectors know something very important: rarity is not always about low mintage alone. Sometimes rarity is created by mistakes, small changes, or unusual features that most people overlook. And this is exactly where the Minnesota 2005 quarter becomes truly interesting. One of the most talked about features of this coin is the extra tree variety. On some Minnesota quarters, extra tree shapes appear near the group of trees on the right side of the design. These extra trees were not part of the original artwork. They are the result of die doubling or die polishing errors during the minting process. To the naked eye, these extra trees can look like shadows, lines, or faint outlines, but under closer inspection, they form distinct tree-like shapes. Collectors often refer to these as extra tree errors, and they are among the most popular and searched for state quarter errors in the entire series. What makes these errors so exciting is that they are not all the same. There are different types, with some showing one extra tree, others showing 2, 3, or even more. Each variation adds a new layer of rarity and desirability. Some errors are bold and easy to spot, while others are subtle and require careful examination. This turns coin collecting into a thrilling treasure hunt, where patience and attention to detail can lead to amazing discoveries. Beyond the extra tree errors, collectors also search for doubled die features on the lettering and design elements. Look closely at the words United States of America, e pluribus unum, and the details of the loon and trees. In some rare cases, doubling can be seen, giving the letters a slightly thickened or shadowed appearance. These types of errors occur when the die strikes the coin more than once in a misaligned way, creating a doubled image that becomes frozen into the metal forever. Another factor that increases interest in the Minnesota quarter is condition. Coins that were never circulated, with sharp details, original luster, and no signs of wear, are far more desirable than those that have spent years in pockets and cash registers. A high-grade example with a clear extra tree error can become the highlight of a modern coin collection. This is why collectors always recommend checking rolls of quarters, old bankrolls, and even loose change carefully. For coin lovers, this coin is special because it proves that modern coins can still be exciting. You do not always need a 100-year-old coin to find value or rarity. Sometimes, a coin from your own lifetime can tell an incredible story. The Minnesota State Quarter reminds collectors that history is still being made, and minting errors are part of that living history. Now let us talk about what everyone wants to know: the value. Regular circulated Minnesota 2005 quarters without errors are usually worth face value. However, Minnesota quarters with clear extra tree errors and strong details have sold in the real market for amounts ranging from several tens of dollars to a few $100s, depending on the strength of the error and condition. High-grade examples with well-known extra tree varieties have reached auction prices of several $100s, and in rare top-condition cases, prices have climbed into the range of over $1,000 in words. Coin number 2. We are diving into a modern American coin that many people have seen but very few truly understand. This is a coin that represents wild landscapes, ancient history, and hidden surprises that collectors search for every single day. We are talking about the United States of America Rare State Quarter Great Basin 2013, a coin from the America the Beautiful series that carries much more value and mystery than most people realize. So stay with me till the end, listen carefully, and enjoy this full story, because what looks like ordinary change can sometimes become a collector's treasure. The Great Basin Quarter was released in the year 2013 to honor Great Basin National Park, located in the state of Nevada. This park is famous for its dramatic mountain ranges, ancient bristlecone pine trees, and vast desert beauty. The reverse design of the coin shows a large bristlecone pine tree standing strong, with rocky mountains in the background and a peaceful natural setting. This image represents endurance, age, and survival, because bristlecone pines are among the oldest living trees on Earth, some over 4,000 years old. From the very beginning, this design captured the attention of collectors and nature lovers alike. On the front side, the familiar portrait of George Washington reminds us that this coin is part of a long American tradition, yet the reverse design brings something fresh and powerful. Millions of these quarters were minted, and for everyday use, most people spent them without a second thought. But collectors know that rarity is not always about how many were made. Rarity often comes from unexpected minting errors, special varieties, and condition, and this is exactly where the Great Basin 2013 quarter becomes exciting. One of the key reasons collectors search for this coin is the presence of striking errors. Some Great Basin quarters were produced with double die features, where parts of the design or lettering appear doubled or shadowed. This can sometimes be seen on the words United States of America, E pluribus unum, or even in the details of the tree needles and branches. These errors happen when the coin die is misaligned during the minting process, creating a doubled image that becomes permanent. Another important error collectors look for is die cracks and die chips. On some Great Basin quarters, raised lines or blobs of metal appear on the coin's surface. These can be seen near the tree, around the rim, or within the rocky background. While small die cracks are common, dramatic ones that clearly affect the design can make a coin much more desirable. Each error is unique, meaning no two error coins are exactly the same, which adds to their appeal. Off-center strikes are another fascinating error found on rare examples. These occur when the coin is not properly centered during striking, causing part of the design to be missing and blank metal to appear. When the date and main design are still visible, off-center Great Basin quarters become especially attractive to collectors. Even slight off-centering can increase interest. While dramatic examples are highly collectible, condition plays a huge role in value as well. Coins that were never circulated, with sharp details, clean surfaces, and strong original shine, are far more valuable than worn examples. A Great Basin quarter with an error and high-grade condition is something collectors truly get excited about. Many collectors search unopened rolls from banks or old stored rolls, hoping to find that one special coin. What makes this coin truly special for collectors is that it connects modern minting with ancient natural history. The image of a bristlecone pine that has survived thousands of years mirrors the idea of preserving coins as historical objects. For coin lovers, this is not just a quarter, it is a story of time, survival, and discovery. And now let us talk about value, because this is what everyone waits for. Regular circulated Great Basin 2013 quarters without errors are generally worth face value. However, Great Basin quarters with clear double die errors, strong die cracks, or off-center strikes have real market prices ranging from several tens of dollars to a few $100s in words. High-grade error examples sold at auctions have reached values of several $100s, and in rare cases with dramatic errors and excellent condition, auction prices have climbed close to $1,000 in words. Coin number 3. We are stepping into a beautiful story hidden inside a small piece of metal that millions of people have used without ever stopping to look closely. This is a journey into the United States of America Rare State Quarter Acadia 2012, a coin that represents natural beauty, history, and exciting surprises for collectors. So relax, listen carefully, and enjoy this detailed story, because by the end of this video, you may want to recheck every quarter you own. The Acadia quarter was released in the year 2012 as part of the America the Beautiful Quarters program. This coin honors Acadia National Park, located in the state of Maine. Acadia is famous for its rugged coastline, rocky cliffs, tall pine trees, and stunning ocean views. The reverse design of the coin shows a peaceful coastal scene with a lighthouse standing tall, waves crashing below, and pine trees surrounding the shoreline. This design instantly creates a sense of calm, strength, and timeless beauty, making it one of the most loved designs in the entire series. At first glance, the Acadia quarter may look like a normal modern coin. Millions were minted, and most entered everyday circulation. But collectors know that true excitement begins when you look closer. Modern coins can hide rare errors, varieties, and special characteristics that turn ordinary pocket change into something special. The Acadia 2012 quarter is a perfect example of this hidden potential. One of the most important reasons collectors search for this coin is minting errors. Some Acadia quarters show doubled die errors, where parts of the lettering or design appear doubled or slightly shadowed. This doubling can sometimes be seen in the words United States of America, E pluribus unum, or even in fine details of the lighthouse and trees. These errors occur when the coin die strikes incorrectly, creating a doubled image that becomes permanently stamped into the coin. Another exciting feature collectors look for is die cracks and die chips. These appear as raised lines or small metal bumps on the surface of the coin. On Acadia quarters, die cracks can sometimes be found near the lighthouse, along the rim, or in the sky area of the design. Larger die chips may appear like blobs of metal, sometimes mistaken for damage, but they are actually mint-made errors. The more dramatic and clearly visible the error, the more interesting the coin becomes to collectors. Off-center strikes are also highly desirable. These happen when the coin blank is not perfectly aligned during striking. As a result, part of the design is missing and blank metal is visible. Acadia quarters with visible dates and off-center designs are especially collectible. Each off-center strike is unique, which makes these coins feel like one-of-a-kind pieces of modern mint history. Condition plays a major role in rarity and value. Acadia quarters that were never circulated, with strong shine, sharp details, and no wear, are far more desirable than worn examples. When an uncirculated coin also has a clear error, it becomes something collectors actively hunt for. This is why many coin lovers search bankrolls, old collections, and stored rolls, hoping to discover a hidden treasure. What makes the Acadia quarter truly special is its emotional appeal. The lighthouse represents guidance and safety, standing strong against time and nature. For collectors, this coin feels more than just metal. It feels like a story preserved in miniature form. It connects modern America with timeless landscapes and the ongoing tradition of coin collecting. For coin lovers, this is a reminder that you do not need ancient coins to experience excitement. Even modern quarters can surprise you. The Acadia State Quarter teaches patience, observation, and appreciation for small details. Every scratch, line, or doubling can tell a story about how the coin was made. Now let us talk about value and worth. Regular circulated Acadia 2012 quarters without errors are usually worth face value. However, Acadia quarters with noticeable double die features, strong die cracks, die chips, or off-center strikes have real market prices ranging from several tens of dollars to a few $100s in words. High-grade uncirculated error examples sold at auctions have reached values of several $100s, and in rare cases with dramatic errors and excellent condition, auction prices have climbed close to $1,000 in words. Coin number 4. We are opening the door to one of the most historic and emotional coins ever released in the United States State Quarters program. This is not just a piece of pocket change, this is a symbol of survival, culture, music, and American history. We are talking about the United States of America Rare Louisiana State Quarter 2002. So stay with me till the very end, listen carefully, and enjoy this deep story, because this coin hides more rarity and collector excitement than most people ever imagine. The Louisiana State Quarter was released in the year 2002 as part of the 50 State Quarters program. This coin was designed to honor the rich heritage of Louisiana, a state known for its music, rivers, traditions, and strong spirit. The reverse design shows a trumpet player, symbolizing Louisiana's deep connection to jazz music. Behind the musician, you can see the outline of the state of Louisiana, the Mississippi River flowing proudly through it, and musical notes floating in the background. This design alone makes the coin stand out as one of the most artistic and meaningful quarters in the entire series. Millions of Louisiana quarters were minted, and for years they were spent without a second thought. But collectors know that rarity is not only about how many coins were made. True rarity often comes from minting errors, unusual varieties, and condition. This is where the Louisiana 2002 quarter becomes exciting and valuable to coin lovers. One of the most searched for features on this coin is doubled die errors. On some Louisiana quarters, doubling can be seen on the lettering such as United States of America, E pluribus unum, and even parts of the musical notes or trumpet details. This doubling appears as a shadow-like effect or thickened letters. These errors are created during the die-making process and are not damage. Because they are mint errors, collectors consider them authentic and desirable. Another fascinating error collectors look for is die cracks in die chips. Die cracks appear as raised lines on the surface of the coin, often near the rim, through the state outline, or across the musical elements. Die chips look like small raised blobs of metal and sometimes appear near letters or design details. Larger and more dramatic die breaks are especially attractive because they make the coin visually unique. Off-center strikes are also highly collectible on Louisiana quarters. These occur when the coin blank is not perfectly aligned during striking. Part of the design may be missing, with blank metal visible on one side. As long as the date and major design elements are visible, off-center Louisiana quarters can become strong collector pieces. Every off-center coin is different, which adds to its rarity. Condition is another major factor that makes this coin valuable. Uncirculated Louisiana quarters with full original shine, sharp details, and nowhere are far more desirable than circulated examples. When an uncirculated coin also has a visible error, its collector appeal increases significantly. This is why many collectors still search bankrolls and old stored rolls, hoping to find a hidden gem. What makes the Louisiana quarter truly special is its emotional and cultural impact. The music theme represents freedom, creativity, and expression. For collectors, this coin feels alive. It tells a story of American culture that goes beyond metal and numbers. It reminds coin lovers that modern coins can still carry deep meaning and excitement. This coin also teaches an important lesson to collectors. You do not need gold or silver to find value. Knowledge is the real treasure. Understanding errors, varieties, and condition can turn an ordinary quarter into something special. The Louisiana State Quarter proves that even coins from everyday life can become part of history. Now let us talk about value and worth. Regular circulated Louisiana 2002 quarters without errors are generally worth face value. However, Louisiana quarters with clear double die errors, strong die cracks, die chips, or off-center strikes have real market prices ranging from several tens of dollars to a few $100s in words. High-grade uncirculated error examples sold at auctions have reached values of several $100s, and in rare cases with dramatic errors and excellent condition, auction prices have climbed close to $1,000 in words. Coin number 5. We are going to explore a modern American coin that carries the spirit of adventure, wilderness, and hidden collector excitement. This is a coin that many people spent without a second thought, yet for careful coin lovers it has become a symbol of discovery and patience. We are talking about the United States of America Rare State Quarter Voyagers 2018, a beautiful issue from the America the Beautiful Quarters program. Stay with me till the end of this video, listen very carefully, and enjoy this deep story, because this coin proves that even modern quarters can hold surprising secrets. The Voyagers Quarter was released in the year 2018 to honor Voyagers National Park in Minnesota. This national park is known for its vast waterways, dense forests, and peaceful natural beauty. The reverse design of the coin shows a traditional canoe with people traveling across calm waters, surrounded by pine trees and distant shoreline. This design reflects the history of the voyagers, the early explorers and traders who navigated these waters long before modern times. The image feels calm, yet powerful, representing travel, endurance, and exploration. At first glance, this coin appears simple and elegant. Millions were minted and placed into circulation, and most people use them as everyday change. But collectors understand something very important: rarity is often hidden in the smallest details. The Voyagers 2018 quarter has become popular among collectors because of minting errors, varieties, and condition-based scarcity. One of the most exciting things collectors search for on this coin is double die errors. These can sometimes be seen in the lettering such as United States of America, E pluribus unum, or in parts of the canoe and trees. Doubling appears as a slight shadow or thickness in the design. This happens when the die strikes the coin incorrectly, creating a doubled image that is locked into the metal forever. These errors are not damage, they are true mint-made mistakes, which is why collectors value them. Another major category of rarity comes from die cracks and die chips. On some Voyagers quarters, raised lines can be seen crossing parts of the design, often near the rim or through the trees and water. Die chips appear as small raised blobs of metal, sometimes near letters or design details. Larger die breaks that clearly affect the design are especially attractive to collectors, because they make the coin visually unique and easy to identify. Off-center strikes are also highly collectible on Voyagers quarters. These occur when the coin blank is not perfectly aligned during striking. Part of the design may be missing, leaving blank metal visible. As long as the date and main design elements are still present, these coins can become strong collector pieces. Each off-center coin is different, which adds to its appeal and rarity. Condition plays a huge role in collector interest. Uncirculated Voyagers quarters with strong original shine, sharp details, and nowhere are far more desirable than circulated examples. When a high-grade uncirculated coin also has a clear error, its desirability increases greatly. This is why many collectors search bank rolls, mint rolls, and stored collections, hoping to find that one special coin hiding in plain sight. What makes the Voyagers quarter truly special is its theme. The canoe scene connects modern collectors to early American history and the natural world. For coin lovers, this coin is not just about money. It is about storytelling, exploration, and preserving small pieces of history. Every mark, error, or variation tells a story about how the coin was made. This coin also reminds collectors that you do not need very old coins to feel excitement. Knowledge, observation, and patience are what turn ordinary coins into treasures. The Voyagers quarter encourages collectors to slow down, look closely, and enjoy the hunt. Now let us talk about coin value and worth. Regular circulated Voyagers 2018 quarters without errors are usually worth face value. However, Voyagers quarters with clear double die features, strong die cracks, die chips, or off-center strikes have real market prices ranging from several tens of dollars to a few $100s in words. High-grade uncirculated error examples sold at auctions have reached values of several $100s, and in rare cases with dramatic errors and excellent condition, auction prices have climbed close to $1,000 in words. Coin number 6. We are going to travel back to the very beginning of the legendary State Quarters program and uncover the story of one of the most historic and emotionally powerful coins ever released. This is a coin that started it all, a coin that millions of Americans saved, spent, and admired without realizing that some examples would later become highly desirable to collectors. We are talking about the United States of America Rare State Quarter Georgia 1999. So stay with me, listen very carefully, and enjoy this long and engaging story, because this coin holds history, rarity, and collector excitement all in one small piece of metal. The Georgia State Quarter was released in the year 1999, making it one of the very first coins in the 50 State Quarters program. This alone gives it a special place in American numismatic history. The design on the reverse side is simple yet deeply meaningful. It features the outline of the state of Georgia, a peach symbol in the center representing Georgia as the peach state, and branches of live oak with clusters of peaches. Above the design appears the state motto, Wisdom, Justice, Moderation, words that reflect the values and identity of Georgia. When this coin was released, people across the country rushed to collect state quarters for the first time. Many saved them as souvenirs, while others spent them without a second thought. Millions of Georgia quarters were minted, but collectors know that large mintage numbers do not mean every coin is common. True rarity often comes from minting errors, special varieties, and condition, and the Georgia 1999 quarter has all of these possibilities. One of the most interesting aspects of this coin is the presence of double die errors. On some Georgia quarters, collectors have found doubling on the lettering such as United States of America, E pluribus unum, and even within the state motto. This doubling can appear as a slight shadow or thickening of the letters. These errors are created during the die-making process and are not caused by damage. Because they are true mint errors, collectors value them highly. Another category of rarity comes from die cracks and die chips. Die cracks show up as raised lines running across the surface of the coin, sometimes cutting through the state outline, the peach, or the lettering. Die chips appear as small raised blobs of metal, often near letters or design details. Larger and more dramatic die breaks are especially exciting because they make the coin visually unique and easy to recognize. Off-center strikes are also found on rare Georgia quarters. These happen when the coin blank is not perfectly aligned during striking. As a result, part of the design may be missing, leaving blank metal visible. Georgia quarters with off-center strikes that still show the date and main design elements are highly collectible. Each off-center strike is different, which adds to its uniqueness and appeal. Condition is one of the most important factors for collectors. Uncirculated Georgia quarters with full original shine, sharp details, and nowhere are much more desirable than worn examples. Because this coin was released in 1999, many examples have already been heavily circulated. Finding a clean, high-grade coin today is becoming more difficult, which increases collector interest even more. What makes the Georgia quarter truly special is its historical importance. It represents the birth of the State Quarters program, a project that changed coin collecting forever. For many collectors, this coin brings back memories of childhood, family, and the excitement of searching for new states. It is more than just a quarter. It is a symbol of a moment when millions of people rediscovered the joy of collecting. This coin teaches collectors an important lesson. Age alone does not create value. Knowledge, careful observation, and passion are what turn everyday coins into treasures. The Georgia 1999 quarter reminds us to slow down, look closely, and appreciate the small details that make each coin unique. Now let us talk about value and worth. Regular circulated Georgia 1999 quarters without errors are generally worth face value. However, Georgia quarters with clear double die errors, strong die cracks, die chips, or off-center strikes have real market prices ranging from several tens of dollars to a few $100s in words. High-grade uncirculated error examples sold at auctions have reached values of several $100s, and in rare cases with dramatic errors and excellent condition, auction prices have climbed to over $1,000 in words. Coin number 7. We are going to explore one of the most exciting and visually powerful coins from the United States State Quarters series, a coin that represents discovery, space exploration, and American pride. This is a coin that many people have seen and spent, but very few truly understand. We are talking about the United States of America Rare State Quarter Florida 2004. So stay with me until the end, listen very carefully, and enjoy this detailed story, because this coin holds hidden rarity and collector value that may surprise you. The Florida State Quarter was released in the year 2004 as part of the historic 50 State Quarters program. Florida's design instantly made it one of the most memorable coins in the series. On the reverse side, the coin features the outline of the state of Florida, a space shuttle launching into the sky, and palm trees along the coastline. Above the design, the words Gateway to Discovery proudly appear, symbolizing Florida's role in space exploration through Cape Canaveral and the Kennedy Space Center. This design celebrates both natural beauty and human achievement, making it deeply appealing to collectors. When this coin entered circulation, millions were minted and widely used in everyday transactions. At first, it seemed like just another modern quarter. But experienced collectors know that true rarity does not always come from low mintage alone. Rarity is often created by minting errors, unexpected varieties, and high-grade condition. The Florida 2004 quarter is a perfect example of this hidden potential. One of the most important things collectors look for on this coin is doubled die errors. These errors happen during the die-making process and cause parts of the design or lettering to appear doubled or shadowed. On Florida quarters, doubling can sometimes be seen on the words United States of America, E Pluribus Unum, Gateway to Discovery, or even on the state outline. This type of doubling is not damage. It is a true mint error, and collectors actively search for it. Another exciting category of rarity comes from die cracks and die chips. Die cracks appear as raised lines across the surface of the coin and may pass through the space shuttle, palm trees, or rim. Die chips appear as raised blobs of metal, often near letters or design elements. Some collectors especially enjoy dramatic die breaks because they give the coin a bold, unusual appearance that clearly sets it apart from normal examples. Off-center strikes are also found on rare Florida quarters. These occur when the coin blank is not properly aligned during striking. As a result, part of the design is missing, and blank metal is visible. Florida quarters with off-center strikes that still show the date and main design elements are highly collectible. Each off-center strike is unique, which adds to its charm and rarity. Condition plays a very important role in determining how valuable this coin can be. Uncirculated Florida quarters with full original shine, sharp details, and no wear are far more desirable than heavily circulated examples. Because this coin has been in circulation for many years, finding a clean, high-grade piece today is becoming more difficult. When such a coin also has a clear mint error, collector demand increases significantly. What truly makes the Florida quarter special is its powerful theme. The space shuttle represents human curiosity, courage, and innovation. For coin lovers, this coin feels like a small monument to American achievement. It connects everyday pocket change with the history of space exploration and national pride. This coin teaches collectors an important lesson. You do not need ancient coins or precious metals to experience excitement in coin collecting. Knowledge, careful observation, and patience are the real treasures. The Florida 2004 quarter encourages collectors to slow down, look closely, and appreciate the details that others may miss. Now let us talk about the value and worth of this coin. Regular circulated Florida 2004 quarters without errors are generally worth face value. However, Florida quarters with clear double die features, strong die cracks, die chips, or off-center strikes have real market prices ranging from several tens of dollars to a few $100s in words. High-grade uncirculated error examples sold at auctions have reached values of several $100s, and in rare cases with dramatic errors and excellent condition, auction prices have climbed close to $1,000 in words.